head of the warrior Apollo was a milestone in Antoine Bourdelle's sculpture. It is the piece that marked his departure from the influence of Rodin and inaugurated his new style. From 1893 onward, Bourdelle spent many years working as Rodin's assistant and marble carver. In his own creative output, he was definitely the disciple closest to his master, as regards both technique and aesthetics. In addition, the two men were bound by mutual respect. But, from 1905, most young sculptors aspired to formal simplification. Mayol and Bourdelle were pioneers. The head of Apollo bears witness to this turning point. Bourdelle began it as a study in which he sought to abandon Rodinesque cavities and irregularities for a denser structure. Some years later, he came across the unfinished work, dry and cracked down one side.
Apollo is one of the most renowned and revered Greek gods in Greek mythology. He is the son of Zeus with the goddess Leto, and he is the twin brother of Artemis, the goddess of hunting. The gods were born on the legendary floating island of Delos. After being fixed to the bottom of the ocean, the island became a sacred place. The god is usually represented with his lyre, or the famous bow. The artists have always been very generous in their representations of Apollo. Myths always describe this god as a figure of unparalleled beauty, symbolizing the Greek ideal of male beauty. Apollo was young, tall, handsome, strong, and charming, but despite all these qualities, he was unlucky in love. Many of his relationships ended in tragedy. In other cases, he was not reciprocated, and in the case of Daphne and Cassandra, they both rejected Apollo. The nymph Daphne, to escape the god's onslaughts, was turned into a laurel. The plant was eventually associated with the god, and the laurel wreath became one of his symbols. In turn, Cassandra, who had the power to predict the future, was cursed for rejecting the god, and although she was able to see the future, her power of persuasion was taken away. So, even though they were true, no one believed in her prophecies. Apollo is a god with several attributes. He is considered the god of light, the god of prophecy, the god of medicine, the god of arts, the god of archers, among other designations. He is also the god of music, with his inseparable lyre, produced by Hermes.
Antoine Bourdelle was a French sculptor known for his use of quivering Romanesque forms in his depictions of mythological figures. One of his best-known works, Hercules the Archer, was a commissioned sculpture for the financier Gabriel Thomas. Born Émile Antoine Bourdelle on October 30, 1861 in Montauban, France, he learned woodworking as a youth from his father, who was a cabinet maker. While assisting his father during the workday, he studied drawing at the École des Beaux-Arts in Toulouse in the evening.